Alright, what's going on, guys? So we're back with another beta video. Now, unfortunately, in this beta for Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk, the only available content is Act 4 and Uncollected. Acts 1 through 4 and Uncollected. Those are the only available content to really test anything out on. No Labyrinth, no Variant, no Realm of Legends. Very unfortunate. I think Spider-Gwen could have been actually a Labyrinth champion. I would have loved to test her at rank 5 because I don't think I'm going to do that on my main account to test, but yeah, so basically this fight here is Aspect of War, and Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk can actually both counter Aspect of War and passive unstoppable effects. So Spider-Gwen here, she used a heavy attack and puts a slow debuff on the opponent. Right here, that L2, it's bugged right now, I think. It's the paralyzed debuff. It stuns the opponent, and then it's supposed to reverse power and healing by 80%. Paired with the SIG ability, you get an additional 70% at SIG 200, so it should take it up to 150%, which should theoretically be reversing the healing and the power gain, but it wasn't reversing the power gain there. So I'm not sure what happened there. I put in a technical report on the beta forums, so hopefully that gets sorted out. But yeah, her heavy attacks put on a slow debuff, and it reduces their ability accuracy of triggering an unstoppable and an evade effect by 100%. It's not a buff, it doesn't say anywhere buff, so it's effect. So it's great, man. It's really great. So I think it would also work for like Symbiote Spider-Man, like his evade effect that he gets from his specials. I feel like this would also stop that, which is cool. So yeah, it's really cool. You can see here he's not activating any Aspect of War, and Spider-Gwen's hitting pretty hard, especially with class advantage, man. I really do think she can be a Labyrinth of Legends champion. So basically how she works is she starts the fight with something called a Spider Sense charge. It's kind of similar to a Poise charge with Stark Spidey, where it gives her an attack rating increase, and in the signature ability she gets a critical damage rating for them. So it gives her an attack increase. You start the fight with one. You'll see I start the fight with one little pink charge there under her. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw a heavy, put on the slow debuff. So this Miles won't be able to evade me at all, which is very nice. Just going to refresh it there, and it's easy to refresh. You don't have to wait for it to the duration to end. You just go ahead and pop another heavy, refresh that bad boy, which is super nice. Go ahead and keep refreshing that bad boy. No evades for him. There we go, Bear at the L2. I'm going to go ahead and drop my L2, and he's dead. So yeah, she's hitting pretty hard. And how you get more of the Spider Sense charges is you just use your L1. So every time you use your L1, you get an additional one. They stack up to, I believe it's 5. I could have swore I had 6 at one point. I'm not sure, but it says they're supposed to stack max stack of 5. So yeah, that's cool. Her damage can start hitting pretty hard, right? So that's what you want to do to increase your damage. You just drop some L1s, and an additional effect of the L1 is actually an Enervate, which I don't think I show in the first couple of fights, but I definitely show it towards the end. You guys are going to see. We'll get to that when we get to those fights. Enervate is super cool. Spider-Gwen's kind of like the science magic now, which is dope, man. It's really cool. But yeah, we'll get to that. What was I saying? So yeah, you want to use the L1, right, to increase your Spider Sense charge. So let's say in a Labyrinth fight, you want to get the max amount of damage possible. You'd want to get off about 5 L1s, or 4 if the max stack is 5. Get to max charges though, and then after that, what you're going to want to do is use the L3. And the L3, man, it's insane what it does. It's kind of like what Darkhawk does, where when he's hitting the opponent, it's doing like damage in red, like direct damage, depending on how much damage his physical attacks do. So Spider-Gwen kind of has an effect like that after her L3. I think it's she activates, which one is it? It's a Hunter Spider, and yeah, she just starts hitting for it's 55% of whatever damage she does physically. She deals an additional 55% direct damage. So like her damage is just going through the roof, man. It's pretty crazy. So right here, drop the L1. You see we put the Enervate on the opponent. It looks like a power lock. So basically we hit him, and for every hit we have a 30% chance to trigger it while we're in the other mode. What is it? I think it's Trap Spider. That little spider web icon, that means you're in Trap Spider mode. And yeah, while you're in that mode, you have a 30% chance on every single hit to trigger the Enervate. So once you trigger it, man, once you really get their power locked, I don't know how you hit me with a heavy attack there, but once you get them in the wall, you can just start intercepting like you would with magic. Right here, you kept getting power when I triggered it, so it's kind of annoying, but yeah, you can just really intercept them against the wall. We're going to do that later on in the video, you guys will see. Really take advantage of that innervate, which is just really cool. So her signature ability, does she need to be awakened? I'd say she doesn't need to, but it helps out quite a bit. Once she's awakened, she gets extra duration in the Hunter Spider and the Trap Spider mode. So when you use your L3 and you have that extra damage, you're gonna have that extra damage for longer, the higher the signature ability. And when you use your L1, you're gonna be in this phase longer, so more time in the phase means more chances to get innervates, which is very nice. And she also gets critical damage rating for each Spider Sense charge, so that's just going to make her crit even harder, which is nice for the damage. And the slow debuff also lasts longer, so at max sig, I believe it's 2.5 seconds. So yeah, you're just keeping up those slow debuffs even longer, which is what you want against like Aspect of War or a Spider-Man who's going to be evading like crazy, right? So yeah, she just has a lot of cool stuff. You can see my synergy team I'm rocking. It's pretty much a lot of crit, a little bit of cruelty, a little bit of fury. But she has one main synergy. Well, one with the OG Spidey, which is some extra power gain, which is nice. And then she has a synergy with Venom, Venom the Duck, Carnage, and Symbiote Supreme, where she gains her evade chance is lessened by each Spider Sense charge because she gets an evade chance as well. I believe it's 5% for each. So that's lessened, and then instead of having extra evade chance, she gets more attack from each Spider Sense charge. So basically, you just hit harder and you evade less, which is nice. And speaking of Spider-Gwen's evade, how it works is you don't evade when you're blocking, which that's people's main complaint about Stark Spidey and other evade champions, right? Like, oh, they evade when I don't want them to. Oh, their auto evade messes me up. Oh, I didn't want to evade, I got caught, blah blah blah. When you hear people complaining about Stark Spidey, that's their main argument, right? And yeah, it's annoying. You kind of gotta be ready for it, right? But yeah, it can be super annoying. It can easily catch you off guard and it can get you killed. It can. It's a fair point. I'm not saying it's not a fair point. It is a fair point. So with Spider-Gwen, she won't evade when you're blocking. So as long as you're holding your block, you won't have to worry about her evading. So like when you're going in for a parry, she won't evade, which is very annoying. I find that super annoying when I'm playing an evade champion. You try to parry and you evade. Like, you know your parry timing was good. You need to parry. Like, let's say you're fighting a Venom or a Howard the Duck. You need to parry to get rid of his regen or to get the Thunderquack off you, and oh, you evade. It's annoying, right? So that's a good ability. Right here you can see we just have this guy innervated and we're just intercepting him like crazy. Just super sick. It's so cool, man. It's such a cool ability. When I first heard about the abilities, people were like, oh yeah, She-Hulk hits really hard, she's much better than Spider-Gwen. And someone's like, yeah, well, Spider-Gwen, she's power control, she's cool. I'm like, okay, Spider-Gwen sounds awesome. I love power control champs, right? And Spider-Gwen actually hits really hard. The thing is, to hit the hardest, right, I said you want to maximize the L1s, you want to use a couple of those, and then you want to use the L3. The thing is, these champions don't survive long enough for me to do that. This Sentinel here, kind of a pain in the butt, it is a long fight, so I could ramp up, but he's going to trigger his max analysis, and then I'm not going to be critting. So yeah, this guy is a pain in the butt. People were telling me this was the hardest fight in Uncollected. And, you know, for me, I can use Corvus, Stark Spidey, even Blade with Danger Sense works good for Sentinel. So I just rinse this guy with Corvus every time I went through Uncollected, right? Fighting him without Corvus and without Stark Spidey and without any really good direct counters, man, it's a pain in the butt. I see what people were saying. This was pretty annoying with Spider-Gwen, to be honest. So pretty much the plan is going to be, I'm just going to try to enervate him against the wall and just keep him locked in it. So right here, this is unblockable. And my block was up, but I don't know, I tested it, and might have been, I wasn't recording when I tested it, but I tested an unblockable attack. I just left my guard down, and she didn't evade. She didn't auto-evade, and it was set unblockable, so I don't know, it was weird. Maybe it's only because the first part of his special is unblockable, actually. That could be it. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're pretty much going to try to enervate him against this wall, hold him there. I think right here, yeah, look, yeah, we didn't evade. I wasn't blocking, and it was unblockable, and we didn't evade. Basically, I think I actually didn't mention that, but Spider-Gwen, she has a 550% chance to evade an unblockable special attack here. It says plus 550% evade ability accuracy versus unblockable special attacks while blocking the champion will not attempt to evade. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I theoretically should be evading. It could be bugged, like I think the paralyze is with the not reversing the power gain, but I don't know. And right here, Sentinel catches me like a scumbag. Whatever, we got through him. That fight was annoying. Went ahead and go open some free crystals on the beta here. Got some potions, because I don't have any units or anything on the beta. Yeah, healed her up a little bit. Then hopped into this Havok fight, some Havok. I still really need to learn Havok's abilities. I've heard some crazy stuff. I've seen some of his L3 damage. This guy seems like such a beast. I wish I would have went for him, but I still don't really even know how he works when I was fighting against him, and I have no idea how to play him because I don't have him. So yeah, I should probably learn. I know it's something with the plasma and it does damage to you, but yeah, I should probably learn. But yeah. So in this fight, I'm just going to try to enervate him, but he has a passive power gain, I'm pretty sure, and there's a node that increases his power gain as well, so that's, you can't really power lock this guy. Well, you can't enervate him. You can't power lock him. Nice evade on the L2 there, kind of just guessed, but hey, it worked. And yeah, you can see we're trying to enervate him, but he's still gaining power, except for his passive. Right here, evade this manually, and we had some auto evade as well there, which is nice. And yeah, the fight's going pretty good. We just took another plasma detonate, 17k. That's a lot. Spider-Gwen actually has a pretty good health pool, like 30k. Right here, he wouldn't throw a heavy attack, man, and I evade this. Like, okay, come at me, and I died. 1% left. Really, bro? And yeah, it was a pretty good run for not really knowing how this guy works. But yeah, just went ahead, brought in, I was like, should I revive? I'm like, nah, let's just go in here with the old OG Spidey and finish this guy up. So yeah, I think we've only got one more fight to do after this. It's in Act 4. Went ahead and took Spider-Gwen up against Venom. So, you know, that Venom that's really stacked up. It's nice because you can just go cut right to the boss. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. I'll just go and fight this guy. So yeah, we're gonna hop into there in a second here. The game's just trying to load. Beta servers can be a little annoying sometimes, a little slow. But yeah, hop into Act 4, man. Going into Act 4, man, it brings back the memories. Act 4 was so long, but so much fun, man. I still remember. I've been playing the game for like 3 months. I wanted to get Act 4 done. Use my Scarlet Witch, my Black Widow, my Captain America. Those are the good old days, man. But yeah, so going in here, the plan is to get the enervate up and then power lock him. Pretty much that's the plan a lot of the times, because these champions, I can't really test Spider-Gwen's full potential against them because they don't have enough health. I really wish Labyrinth was open. I'd totally do some Labyrinth fights with Spider-Gwen here. I feel like she has some serious potential, man. I'm really liking her. But yeah, just keep the enervate up. Trying to bait this special out. He doesn't really want to throw it, so I can just kind of enervate him, lock him up in the corner. Finally, he throws it. There we go. And then I'm going to trigger some more enervates, hit him with some interceptions. And yeah, he's almost dead. Drop the L1, and boom, down he goes. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it, guys, for the Spider-Gwen beta video. Instead of just reading on her abilities, kind of just show the gameplay, talk about some of her abilities. Let me know what you guys like more. If you want, like, in the future, a video just like, here's the abilities, and then another video, here's the gameplay. I don't know, I feel like this is good. I can just talk about it while you guys watch. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this fight, or for this video. Those are her new abilities. I really like her. I'll probably take her to rank 4. I like her that much. I'll take her to rank 4. If these changes go like this, I'd like to do some testing in Labyrinth with her, like about rank 4. I'm not going to take her to rank 5. Maybe. Someday, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I'm liking her a lot. She's definitely much better with these changes. And as far as the synergy goes, the one with Spider-Man, the power gain's alright, but the one with Venom is pretty nice. So you can just get more damage, but it's not needed. Is there anything else I wanted to say before this video ends? Yeah, this is the beta, so things can change. These might not be all the abilities, might be toned down a bit, might be changed, who knows. So don't take this with a grain of salt, remember that. And yeah, that's going to do it for this Spider-Gwen beta video. Let me know what you guys thought, if you guys are excited for this change, if you guys are going to take your Spider-Gwen to rank 5. Because honestly, like, after watching the Spider-Verse movie, I really like Spider-Gwen. Like, she's really cool in that movie. So yeah, she just looks cool. Like, I like Spider-Gwen, you know? She-Hulk, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't like She-Hulk. The way she looks, man, she's just like, no. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching.